Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Will you state your name, please?
Amy Stevens,
Where do you live, Miss Stevens?
Stanford.
And do you know a lady named Geraldine Waits?
Yes, sir.
And what about Ann Rush?
Yes.
Sitting right here, you know Ann? How do you know Miss Waits and Miss Rush?
Miss Rush hired me to sit with Miss Waits.
Okay, do you remember what year?
I believe it was 2010.
Do you remember, and I know that's been a long time, do you remember approximately how long you sat with her? And I don't mean each day, I mean, did this happen for a week or did this happen for several months?
A few months.
Okay, and how often now, over that few month period of time, how often did you sit with her?
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, all day?
From like 6 in the morning to 5 or 6 at night.
Where did you do that at?
At her house.
Miss Waits?
Yes, sir.
Was anyone else there with you while you sat with her?
Most of the time it was just me and her. Sometimes Ben would, if he worked like night shift, then he would be asleep there during the day. But most of the time it was just me and her.
Okay. Did you know the Rushes before they hired you to sit with their grandmother?
No.
Did you get to know Miss Waits pretty well?
Yeah.
How much interaction did you have actually with Ann and Miss Waits? In other words, while Ann was there?
Well, I mean, we kind of became friends whenever I was sitting with her, so a lot of times I would stay over even after she got home to just talk to her and Miss Waits, so I was around them quite a bit.
Okay. Would you describe for this jury what kind of care you provided for Miss Waits on a daily basis, Monday through Friday?
Like as far as what I did,
What did you do?
I gave her a medicine every day, made sure that she went to the bathroom, fed her, kept her clean, clothed her. We would watch TV, just pretty much hang out all day. And
Okay.
when I first started sitting there, like we would even go get her hair done and go get ice cream and stuff like that.
How'd you pay for that kind of stuff? If you took her to get ice cream or took her to get her hair done, how'd you pay for it?
Ann would leave me the money to do it.
Okay. Was there ever a time that you asked Ann for money to buy something for Miss Waits or to get her hair done or something when Ann said, nope, we're not spending money on Granny?
No.
What about food? Was there food in the home?
Yes.
Just a little bit or a lot or what? How would you describe the
There
quality of food?
There was plenty of food when I was there.
How did it get there?
She would buy groceries. There was always groceries.
Who's she?
Ann.
Ann? Always plenty of food.
Yes, sir.
Was there anything that Miss Waits needed that Ann failed to provide?
No.
How would you describe the relationship between Ann and her grandmother from what you observed?
They always seemed to have a good relationship from what I observed.
Did Ann appear to care for her grandmother?
Of course she did. That's her grandma.
Did you ever, and same question, did Miss Waits appear to love and care for Ann?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to spend time with Miss Waits when it was just you and her?
Yes.
Did Miss Waits ever tell you that Ann was deceiving her or lying to her?
No. There was never any conversations like that.
Did Miss Waits ever tell you that she was afraid of Ann?
No.
Did she ever tell you she was intimidated by Ann?
No.
Did anything ever happen in your observation in the several months that you spent with her Monday through Friday that made you feel like Ann was doing anything inappropriate to her grandmother?
No, sir.
Did she take good care of her grandmother?
Yes.
And I think I may have asked you this, but is there anything that Miss Waits needed that she didn't get?
No. Ann and Ben both and myself made sure she got everything she needed.
Did any of Miss Waits' other family members, other than Ann and Ben Rush, take care of Miss Waits?
No.
Did any of the other family members bring food?
No.
Did they ever come over and cook her meal?
They never even came and visited.
Did Ann cook meals?
Yeah, whenever she would come home from work, she would automatically start cooking supper if I hadn't already.
So both of you cooked?
Yes.
Did Miss Waits ever say anything to you that led you to believe that she was being neglected or abused or exploited by Ann Rush?
No, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Stevens. That's all my questions.
Mr. Reynolds?
Just one. Ma'am, were you subpoenaed by the Commonwealth to testify at this trial?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know why they didn't call you? Did they tell you why they weren't calling you?
No.
They just said, we don't need you.
I figured because I didn't have anything for them to say.
All right. Nothing further, Your Honor.